Hello, grade 7.
Fill the script.
Our lesson today is writing a verbal description of two-step inequality. So in this section, you will learn how to write a verbal description to fit a two-step inequality, which means I'm going to give you an inequality and I will ask you to tell me a story or to write a story. When we translate this story, it will be fit with this inequality. Then the question is, write a corresponding real world problem to represent 2x plus 20 less than or equal 50. Is there anyone have any idea or he can tell us anything how we can write a verbal description about this inequality? How we are going to find a corresponding real world problem to represent this inequality? 2x plus 20 less than or equal 50. Let me help you. First, we will analyze what each part of the inequality means mathematically. Okay, then you have an inequality is 2x plus 20 less than or equal 50. So we are going to divide this inequality into parts. And we are going to say each part for this inequality means what in mathematical way. Then, what the meaning of x? X, it will be the solution of the problem. By the end, you are looking for the value for the variable. And which variable in this question? In this question, where is the variable? 2x plus 20. Where is the variable? The variable is
X.
x. The variable is x. Then x, this is the solution of the problem. The quantity you are looking for. He wrote 2x, means what, grade 7? He wrote 2x, means what? 2x means, mean that for a reason given in the problem, the quantity you are looking for multiplied by 2. So whatever the situation which you are going to choose, you will multiply this variable, you are going to multiply it by 2, right? What's 20 means in this question? 20 means what?
20.
Means what in this situation? Mean that
20.
for a reason given in the problem, you are going to add 20. So all the question, it depends on the value for the variable. You will describe this variable by what? Then 20 is less than, 20 is added to 2x, it will be less than, means that after multiplying the solution by x, solution x by 2 and adding 20, the result can be no greater than 50, less than or equal 50, at most equal 50. Then the first step, as I said, what we have to do, we are going to divide inequality into parts. We will analyze what each part of the inequality means mathematically. So we will say something about the variable, and this variable we are going to multiply it by 20, and then we will add 20, we will multiply it by 2, and then we will add 20, and this value, it will not be more than or greater than 50. So this is the first step. So the first step is what, grade 7? The first step for any inequality, and we want to know how we can write a verbal description to fit in a two-step inequality. The first step to do what? Grade 7.
Analyze what each part of inequality means mathematically.
Thank you so much. So the first step, it will be analyze what each part of the inequality means mathematically. We will move to the second step. Now, the second step, think of some different situations. Think of some different situations Grade 7, our time should be 11:20. 11:20, you have to start with us in our session. So, second step. Second step, think of some different situations in which a quantity x is multiplied by 2. For example, you run x miles per day for 2 days. So 2x is the total distance run. Or you buy two items each costing x dollar. So 2x is the total cost. Then what is the second step, grade 7? The second step, it will be, the second step, it will be think of some different situations for the quantity x. Then first we said what? First, we will, huh? We will analyze each part in the inequality means mathematically. Second, think of some different situations in which quantity x is multiplied by 2. You will multiply something, you will buy something, you will run 2 miles, you will study 2 hours for each day, and so on. Step 3. Is there anyone can tell me again what are the second two steps? What are the second two steps, grade 7? Grade 7. Yes, the answer which we are looking for is multiplied by 4. Then you will choose anything. It stands for x, and then we will multiply it by 2. And what about 20? How we will describe 20? Hmm. So the number which we are looking for multiplied by 2, and then we will add what?
20.
We will add 20. And less than or equal, that means less than or equal 50. That means what? The number which we are looking for, when you multiply it by 2 and added 20 to it, it will not be more than or greater than 50. So we can say it's not at most 50. Then we said that the second step, think of some different situations in which a quantity x is multiplied by 2. For example, you run x miles per day and for 2 days. So 2x is the total distance run. Or you buy two items each costing x dollars. So 2x is the total cost. So as I told you, it depends on x standard for. So you said x miles, so this x 2x, it will be the total distance. You buy two items each costing x dollars, so 2x represent the total cost. Number 3, or step 3, build on the situation and adjust it to create a verbal description that takes all the information into account. So we can say the story. Like, who can read the story? Who can read the story now?
Miss
Yes, okay, go on.
Thomas has run 20 miles so far this week. If he intends to run 50 miles or less, how many miles on average should he run on each of the 2 days remaining
In the week. Right, so this is a story. There is another story. Who can say another story? Read the other story. Huh?
Miss, can I read it?
Yes?
Manny buys two work shirts that are each the same price. After using a $20 gift card, he spent no more than $50. What is the maximum amount he can spend on each shirt?
Thank you so much. I want someone to tell us his own story, please. Anyone can tell us his own story with the same inequality. 2x plus 20 less than or equal 50. Anyone can tell me his own story, please? No one? Raise your hand if you know the answer, please. Okay, Ibrahim, go on. Ibrahim,
Man,
you are
yes,
ready? Yes, tell me please your story.
Manny buys two work shirts that are each the same price. After using a 20
Hima, you
gift,
are reading. I said, tell me your own story.
I tell my own story.
Make your own story, and if we will try to write it in a mathematical way, it will be 2x plus 20 less than or equal 50.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can I think of it and I'll tell you?
Yes, okay, think about your answer. Okay, anyone else are ready? Is ready?
Miss, I am.
Yes, go on.
Josh buys two pizzas using $20, and he
Just second,
but he only has
Uh, again?
he had originally gotten $50 with him. How how many how many how many more pizzas can he get?
So the variable which you are looking for is what? The variable which you are looking for is what?
How much he can get?
Yani you are talking about the amount of money, the total amount of money.
No, how many more pizzas can he get
How
if
many
he
more?
had originally? Yes.
Listen, the equation is what? The inequality. 2x plus 20 less than or equal what? Less than or equal 50.
50.
50, right? So we can describe that 50 at the beginning. Let me write it in front of you. So the inequality is 2x plus 20 less 2x plus 20, right? Less than or equal what? 50. When we have this inequality and we want to describe, we have a standard here. This sign is what, grade 7? This sign is what?
It's less than or
More or
equal.
equal.
Less than or less than or equal. So which word we can use it to describe this one? We can say less
At least.
than or equal. We can write, no, not
At
at least,
least.
it will be at most, because the maximum value you can use it is 50, right? So it will be at most. Also, we can write no greater than 50, or no greater than. Then again, we will start from the sign here in this inequality. The sign in the inequality is what?
Need to find.
Yes, so the x is the amount that we need to find, the variable which we are looking
Yes.
for. Yes, thank you.
And the 2 is the amount is the times we multiply the x.
Yes, the number of times which we will repeat or we will multiply it by x. Thank you. And what's the 20?
The 20 is the number that we add to the x after we multiply it by 2.
Yes, so the starting amount which you are going to add it to
Yes.
the variable. Yes, and what's 50?
The 50 is the amount that we compare to the total.
The total, the maximum value.
Yeah, yes.
The maximum value which you can use it is 50, because he put for us which sign here.
He put that 50 is greater than 2x plus 20.
Less than or equal. 50 is greater
No, is
or equal.
greater than, yes.
50 is greater than or equal to 2x plus a plus 50. And we said that we can translate this sign by less than or equal, or we can use at most
or
or
no No
not
greater than.
greater than, or we can say the maximum, the maximum value which we can use it here in this question is 50, right? So we will back now to the question. Then we said we can write many pies to work shirts that are each the same price. After using a 20 gift card, he can spend no more than $50. What is the maximum amount he can spend on each shirt? Then, did you remember yesterday's lesson when we said it was the opposite? We have the variable description and we want to write it as an inequality. Today is the opposite. Today we have an inequality and we want to change it into a verbal description. Let's move to second question or example number 2. Example number 2. Write a corresponding real word
Miss, can I say?
to represent 5x plus 50 less than 120. Hmm.
Can I say my the story or like the
Okay, your story according to this inequality, 5x plus 50
yeah,
less than 120.
yeah, it's like something like
Hmm.
between
Okay. Hmm.
like Kevin, he buys two shirts. He buys two times of grocery in a month, and
Just,
the
just a second. Again, please.
Kevin buys two times grocery in a month,
Mhm.
um, and in the two times they were the same payment. And the second time he had a coupon, 20% off. So he spent no more than
Just
50.
second,
What
just
is
second, just second. You are talking about the question which in front of us now. 5x plus 50 equal 120.
no? This is another one that I created to myself.
No, we want, sorry, Ibrahim, you misunderstood. I want you to describe, to tell me a situation, okay, related to this inequality in front of you.
Oh,
5x plus 50, 5x plus 50 less than 120.
okay,
5x plus 50 less than 120.
okay, sir.
I will write it to you here. We want a story, okay? We want verbal description about this inequality. 5x plus 50 less than 5x plus 50 less than 120. Okay, we want a verbal description about this. Huh. Who can answer? 5x plus 50 less than 120. How we can describe this inequality? Hmm. Then x is the solution of the problem, the quantity you are looking for. 5x means that for a reason given in the problem, the quantity you are looking for is multiplied by 5. 50 means that for a reason given in the problem, 50 is added to 5x. Less than 120 means that after multiplying the solution x by 5 and adding to 50, the result can be greater than or equal 120. So we can say the story. A publisher ships a package of X number of books, each weight 5 pounds. Okay, so X now stand for what? X. We said 5x plus 50 less than 120. So we can say that x equal what? Number of books. Okay, so we can say x number of books, x number of t-shirt, x number of pencil, and so on. then X number of boxes, each weighing 5 pounds, plus a second package weighing 50 pounds. The total weight of both packages should be less than 120 pounds. Find the maximum number of boxes can be shaped. Grade 7, understood? Grade 7.
Yes.
Yes.
We can write another example. Leon is planning to buy a birthday gift of $50 to his friend and some number of candies where the cost of each candy is 5. Then we said that now in this case, X donate for what? For what? Huh? In this situation, X donate for what? Huh? Here. Number of candies. Number of candies. So always you will describe X by number of something. Okay? And the number next to it, it will be each. The cost of each is $5. The expense made by Leon should be less than 120. Find the maximum number of candies that Leon can buy. So in this type of questions, as I said, we can write here in this one. We said what? We said 5x plus 20 or plus 50 less than 120. We said that LX, it will be stands for, stands for
Multiply by 2.
the number of something. Okay, so we can say X is the number of t-shirts, X is the number of candies, X is the number of books, X is the number of miles. Okay, so we can say that X donated for a number. L5 multiply by what? Multiply by 5. So we said the cost for each candy, the cost for each book, the cost of each t-shirt. Okay, and then add it to 50, and it should be less than or equal 120. Understood grade 9, grade 7, how we can write the inequality in a verbal description?
Yes.
Let me give you another question. It's in your book, page 213. So we have a question in your book, page 213. Question number 5. Question number 5. The question is 3x plus 10 more than 3x plus 10 more than 30. Could you please think and tell me how we are going to write this situation or this inequality, change it into verbal description? How we can write it in a verbal description? I'm waiting for your answer, grade 7. We will start with what? So we said at the beginning, you will start with X. X represent the number of something, number of t-shirts, number of shirts, number of trips, number of bucks, and then you will give me the cost for each, the weight for each, okay? And then you have already plus 10 anything